Seeds of Health Podcast Extended Episode in English. Moringa oleifera, Beyond the Liver, a complete and responsible perspective. Warm welcome Redux. Welcome back to Seeds of Health. Today we bring you the definitive, fully expanded analysis of Sowunmi and Gonzo's 2023 study on Moringa oleifera seed extracts and their effects on human liver cells, HEPG2 line. In this edition, double the length of our previous episode, will provide historical context, biochemical mechanisms, practical applications, traditional voices, user experiences, dosing recommendations, regulatory challenges, future research outlooks, and more. Our goal is to show you not only what this study discovered, but how it fits into centuries of folk wisdom, modern science, and your own daily life. No tables, just flowing paragraphs for easy reading. Get comfortable, brew your favorite infusion, and join us on this journey. 1. Historical and cultural roots. Humanity's relationship with Moringa stretches back over 4,000 years. Native to the Indian subcontinent, its seeds were prized by the ancient courts along the Ganges and Yamuna rivers. Ayurvedic healers used seeds to purify water and treat digestive upset, while crushed leaves served as poultices for achy joints. As trade routes spread, Moringa traveled to East Africa and across the tropical belt, where Yoruba, Swahili, and Zulu communities wove it into healing ceremonies and everyday meals. Across regions, the seed earned a reputation as a natural clarifier. Seed proteins flocculate waterborne impurities, preventing countless waterborne illnesses. These oral traditions, passed down through generations, sparked modern scientific interest in the late 20th century. By the 2000s, researchers at universities in Bangalore, Nairobi, and Cape Town were publishing studies on Moringa leaves' multi-nutrient profile and soon turned their attention to the seed's unique phytochemicals. Sowunmi and Gonzo's work builds on this latter tradition, rigorously testing how seed extracts affect human cells and providing data to confirm or challenge ancient claims. 2. Expanded methodology and rationale. At the University of Windhoek in Namibia, Sowunmi's team refused to rely on a single extraction method. Aware that methanol and ethanol pull out different compounds, they designed a dual solvent protocol. After botanically verifying and drying the seeds, they macerated them in pure methanol or 95% ethanol, filtered repeatedly to maximize yield, and then lyophilized the filtrates into stable powders. This approach ensured precise, reproducible extracts. They chose the HEPG2 liver cell line derived from a human hepatocellular carcinoma for its functional similarity to real hepatocytes and the experimental control it provides. Cells were exposed to 4 concentrations, 50, 100, 200, 400 mg/L, for 24, 48, and 72 hours, covering acute, subacute, and early chronic exposure. Assays included MTT for mitochondrial activity, AST, and alkaline phosphatase as damage markers, total phenolics quantified as catechin equivalents, and antioxidant capacity measured by Tralox and FRAP methods. This multifaceted design illustrates a core scientific lesson: dose, duration, and extraction method determine whether a plant extract heals or harms. 3. Biochemical mechanisms in plain language. Picture your liver cells as busy factories and reactive oxygen species, ROS, as vandals damaging machinery inside. Moringa's phenolics and flavonoids act like security guards, neutralizing these ROS before they wreck cell membranes. The seed extract also boosts glutathione peroxidase, a cellular cleanup crew, and modulates CYP3A4, the enzyme complex that processes toxins and drugs. By reducing harmful metabolites, it calms internal fires in your liver. At low doses, these guardians even encourage factory productivity, cell survival. At high doses, greater than or equal to 200 mg/L, however, they trigger CASP as a cellular self-destruct switches, killing off cancerous cells but, if misused, potentially harming healthy ones too. 4. Expanded benefits with everyday examples. 4.1 Protecting against chemical assaults. Imagine you take acetaminophen occasionally. That drug produces a toxic metabolite in the liver. A moderate Moringa supplement, 50-100 mg/L in infusion, appears to lower AST release after a simulated chemical insult, giving your hepatocytes a protective edge. This doesn't excuse overdosing on acetaminophen, but suggests Moringa could serve as a complementary safeguard. 4.2 Fighting chronic inflammation. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease triggers the NF-kappa B pathway, releasing inflammatory cytokines that perpetuate damage. In cell cultures, Moringa seed powder dampens NF-kappa B, hinting at dietary support alongside exercise and carbohydrate control for fatty liver prevention. 4.3 Systemic antioxidant support. Beyond the liver, Moringa's free radical scavenging power may benefit athletes, smokers, or those exposed to pollution. A daily 200 mg capsule of standardized extract could reduce overall oxidative stress, pending individual tolerance. 4.4 Potential anti-cancer action. The same compounds that aid healthy cells at low doses induce apoptosis in HEPG2 cancer cells at higher concentrations. While not a cure, this finding invites further animal studies and exploration as an adjunct in liver cancer therapies. 5 practical opportunities and testimonials. Users who've tried Moringa powder report better digestion, less post-meal heaviness, and faster muscle recovery after exercise. Functional medicine clinics in South Africa and India now include 200 mg Moringa seed capsules in protocols for mild fatty liver patients and those recovering from toxin-induced liver stress, noting decreases in transaminase levels after 8 weeks. In cosmetics, startups infuse ethanolic Moringa extracts into face creams for their anti-inflammatory and collagen-boosting effects on skin cells. These real-world applications demonstrate the seed's versatility when formulated responsibly. 6 field experiences and anecdotes. In Namibian farming villages, after selling some harvest to labs, locals use the remainder in porridge at dawn. They report fewer seasonal malaria symptoms and reduced childhood diarrhea. In Kerala, India, rural clinics mix 2% Moringa seed powder into fermented yogurt for patients recovering from mild viral hepatitis, improving convalescence comfort. Though anecdotal, these stories bridge lab data to lived experience. 7 expanded warnings and precautions. 7.1 High-dose toxicity. Cytotoxicity appears at 400 mg/L, roughly dozens of capsules a day if unregulated. This warns against DIY concentrates and ultra-strength commercial products lacking quality control. 7.2 Drug interactions. If you're on blood thinners or anticonvulsants, Moringa's modulation of liver enzymes can alter medication levels. Always inform your healthcare provider before adding Moringa to your regimen. 7.3 Source variability. Seeds from Tanzania, Namibia, or Brazil yield different phytochemical profiles. This diversity demands certificates of analysis and trusted suppliers with ISO or GMP accreditation. 7.4 Adulteration risks. Unregulated markets sometimes blend seeds with diuretics or anabolic steroids to inflate perceived efficacy. Buying from reputable vendors with third-party lab testing is essential. 7.5 Sensitive populations. Pregnant or nursing women, children under 12, and those with autoimmune conditions should use Moringa only under medical supervision, as safety data are sparse in these groups. 8 Dosage, consumption methods, and practical tips. An adult can safely brew an infusion of about 1 gram seed powder in 250 ml hot water twice daily for antioxidant support. Alternatively, taking 2 200 mg capsules daily offers precise dosing. For culinary enthusiasts, sprinkling a half teaspoon, 1 g, on smoothies, oatmeal, or soups works well. After 6 weeks of continuous use, take a 1-week break to prevent adaptation or cumulative toxicity. Look for extracts standardized to 10-20% phenolics, guaranteeing at least 100-200 mg active compounds per dose. Confirm that products come with heavy metal and microbial contaminant testing from independent labs. 9 Regulatory and scientific landscape. Moringa is marketed as a dietary supplement, not a drug, so it undergoes fewer quality checks than pharmaceuticals. Agencies like EFSA and FDA have reviewed leaf safety but have only begun examining concentrated seed extracts. In coming years, formal monographs defining maximum daily intakes and contraindications like those for ginkgo or milk thistle will be needed. Scientifically, the next step is human clinical trials in at-risk populations, e.g., mild fatty liver, comparing standard care versus care plus Moringa. Research into biodistribution of its bioactives and development of advanced delivery systems, liposomes, nanoparticles, could enhance its absorption and efficacy while lowering necessary doses. 10 Looking ahead, research and responsibility. Future work includes metabolomic studies to track active metabolites in human blood after ingestion, trials in non-alcoholic fatty liver disease patients, and agroecological projects for sustainable Moringa cultivation. Rural cooperatives could boost local incomes, provided fair trade practices and biodiversity conservation are prioritized. For everyday use, applying Sowunmi and Gonzo's findings means embracing Moringa as a supportive never magical element of a balanced diet. Its ancient pedigree and modern validation converge to offer genuine liver protection and overall wellness, provided we respect dosage, product quality, and professional guidance. Final farewell. Thank you for joining this ultimate extended episode of Seeds of Health. We hope you feel empowered to make informed choices about Moringa oleifera. If you found this helpful, share it with friends eager to blend natural remedies with scientific rigor. In our next installment, we'll continue exploring the miraculous world of medicinal plants and their science-backed uses. Until then, nurture your health and your community.